Okay, we should be good.
Good deal.
Hello, John.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Not too much on the agenda tonight.
No, I'm hoping this will be quick, down and dirty.
Oh, you never say that. Gonna jinx it. It's like talking about a no-hitter in the seventh inning.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is this our new secretary?
Ah,
Temporary. I'm on loan from the HPC.
Oh, okay. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Nice
oh,
to
you
meet
haven't met
Rick.
Val?
No,
Sorry, no?
Oh, I'm sorry. Val's on the Historic Preservation Committee. She and Tom do a great job on it. So
oh, terrific. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Rick.
she's just gonna be here tonight and then
How are they progressing with it? How are they progressing with the search?
I'll know when someone new appears or doesn't.
Yeah, I haven't
Same
heard
in the
anything.
town.
So Dennis and
was
Tom
on
will
the,
be on. Dennis is here. Tom said he'll be here.
I was
Hey,
at
Dennis.
the trustee meeting, on the Zoom meeting, and Tom Olson, excuse me, Tom Olson was there, giving some more information on the plan that they have, and I was able to participate a little bit with it. Actually, Val, I was going to try to get a hold of Tom.
Uh-huh.
Because if you guys need any kind of help at all, I'd be more than happy to do it.
Oh, terrific. That's so good to know, Dennis. Thank you.
So again, as I say, I spoke with Tom at the last, I think it was Wednesday.
Right, he did the presentation for the VB.
Yeah, and I still have, I keep it here. I have the map of the new districts, and we discussed a few things.
Right.
But as I say, I'm glad you're here because I had intentions of getting a hold of Tom and seeing if you needed me to do anything. I'd be more than, I live on Plains Road.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. He's been reaching out to, various residents, Wirtz Avenue, Elting Avenue, Plattekill Avenue. So we're kind of getting feedback from various portions of the community, as John knows.
Right. Yeah, and I think really the whole endeavor is one that's going to be very beneficial to the village.
Well, that's our hope as well.
Okay, we got 2 minutes. So everybody get ready. Tom Peterson said he's online and waiting to be let in. So would you let Tom
Nope.
in, please?
Yes, I will. I'm sorry, I'm not used to watching a waiting room.
Okay,
There we go.
great. Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom, how are you? You're on mute.
Hi, everyone. Doing well. How are you?
Good. Floyd did ask if I could send him the agenda so that he could come on. I don't know if Floyd's in the waiting room or not.
Haven't seen anyone else yet.
Okay. We are recording now, so let me go ahead and get. I'm sending a note to Floyd. All right, so neither of our applicants are on tonight, but let's go ahead and get started, and just please be aware that Floyd may want to hop in. So thanks everyone for joining us with the Village of New Paltz Planning Board meeting for February 1st, 2022. We've got a light agenda tonight. We're going to have the approval of, we're gonna have some administrative business, including the approval of minutes from the January 18th meeting. We will hopefully get updates from the village board. We will have the opportunity for public comment. There are no public hearings tonight. We have 2 application reviews, a site plan amendment for PB 2120, and we have a site plan for PB 2115. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. Did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes from the January 18th, 2022 meeting? She got them out, I think it was later that night. So she did get them out quickly. Did everyone get a chance to look at the minutes from that meeting?
I did.
Tom, did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, does anyone have any additions or edits, corrections that they believe need to be made?
No, they look fine to me.
Okay, so with that, I will need a motion to approve the minutes from the January 18, 2022 meeting.
So motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So with that in mind, we have now approved the minutes. Hi, Rachel, welcome to the meeting.
Hi, thank you.
So we will now move on to updates from the village board, Ulster County Planning Board, or Environmental Planning Board.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Bill.
Just a very quick update, not much to report. We only had a workshop meeting since our last planning board meeting. It was a workshop meeting to discuss good cause and the unconscionable rent law increase. We made a couple of changes to that law, and we continue to work on it. We'll have a public hearing. We're keeping the public hearing open for at least another few meetings, and that's about it that relates to the planning board. And no real, our Ulster County Planning Board meeting is tomorrow night, so I have no report.
Okay, thank you. Val, is there anyone waiting to make any public comments?
I've not seen anyone, no.
In that case, we are going to make a note here that we will hold the public comments open to the end of the meeting to accommodate anyone who wishes to speak and may not be able to be with us at the moment. So moving forward, there are no public hearings tonight, so we will move directly to the application reviews. The first one is the site plan amendment 2120 for 107 Main Street. The applicant is the Lemon Squeeze. Looking at this, everyone knows well what's going on with it. There are numerous but not substantial site plan changes to the approval that are requested. This application is detailed in the letter from the applicant's architect. We did get a chance to look at that. The board classified this as a type 2 action at the 12/21 meeting. Looking at that note, the referral is not exempt from county. We did get a note back from county that says that there is no county impact. We did hold a public hearing on January 18th. We did receive a note back and a confirmation of the note from the Historic Preservation Committee, from both Tom and from Val, saying that they agreed with the changes that were being made. They did make a small note of having the one of the windows moved a bit, and the applicant agreed, and those, I believe, have appeared on his plans. So with that, having no objections to the site plan amendments, the last thing is, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Rick, says the county records do not show that Lemon Squeeze is the present owner of the property. As noted in the proposed resolution of approval, prior to the signing of the site plan, the applicant must either submit an owner's authorization allowing Ed Carroll as president of Lemon Squeeze to submit this application, or have the applicant provide proof that Lemon Squeeze, in quotation marks, is the property owner, according to the then county records. Did that get resolved, Rick? Was there any resolution on that?
No, and it's not unusual for county records to be behind the curve a bit as far as having things updated on the electronic server for them as to record owner changes. But I don't think that's the situation here. I think it's simply that Lemon Squeeze is not the actual owner, but simply either a DBA or simply maybe the leaseholder. I don't know, but there's no owner authorization from other than Lemon Squeeze, and Lemon Squeeze doesn't look like it's the owner. And so we've brought this up before, and there's an owner's authorization form that must be filled out in the village building department, indicating that whatever the actual corporate owner is signed by somebody who, say, if it's an LLC, is a member, or if it's a corporation, a president, gives their authority to Lemon Squeeze and Ed Carroll to go ahead and proceed with this application. But you can approve it, but you shouldn't be signing any site plans until that condition is satisfied. And related to that, with respect to site plans, and you'll note two marginal comments that we made in the proposed draft resolution, is that we didn't see any revised plans that updated the plans to show these various changes in accordance with the what was it, the December 14th letter.
Right.
Including the change in the windows that HPC said that they changed the plans, but I haven't seen any revised plans. So the plans that we have, which are noted in the resolution, are the ones dated July 26th, and also the 12/13 we have, and we have proposed exterior renovations and new sign that hasn't been updated since July 26th, and the renderings weren't updated.
So
Now,
do we even want to go through with this then? Do we just want to wait and make certain that they present these things, or would those all need to be conditions that we couldn't sign it until we had those things?
but as to if you're only going to be signing a December 13th dated site plan, because nothing after that is included in this resolution of approval. So if there are updated plans, then they need to produce them so that you can sign them, but it has to be part of this resolution. They can't just produce some plan that nobody's seen yet. So it's up to you, or it's up to, they don't have a representative here tonight, you were saying.
Correct.
Well, you could give this resolution of approval, but if they had a revised site plan that they haven't submitted, you wouldn't be able to sign it, and then they'd have to come back at another time to get that signed. There is also, as you note, that one of the sheets, A001, the first specific condition, it has to be revised in accordance with what was agreed to, as far as has to show 8 feet above the adjacent grade. We talked about that, but it wasn't put on the plans. And
Right.
also they have a fence symbol. It's a really minor thing that you ordinarily wouldn't hold it up for that, but they have a fence symbol that isn't carried forward in the plans themselves. So they indicate where the fence is, which is fine, but they should, if they're going to do it right, they should eliminate the fence symbol that it isn't shown anywhere.
Okay, so, to the board members, my thought, and I want to hear from everyone else. My thought is that we need to have, there's too many things that are outstanding, and that we need to have all of those resolved and in front of us and presented and approved, including the movement of the windows that the HPC made a note of, before we go with the draft resolution. That's just my personal feeling, because I don't want anything to be left out, and I want to make sure that we have all of the details taken care of, and no loose ends, because if there was a loose end, then it could cause the applicant to have to come back once more. And to be fair to the applicant and to be fair to the village, we need to have all that information together. Thoughts from anyone else? Do you feel like we should just go ahead and sign this and have the attorney put in all of these points as conditions that must be finished before, or should we just wait, reach out to the applicant and have them bring all of this information so that we can go ahead with the resolution at the next meeting?
It seems to me like there's less chance of things slipping through the cracks if we just have them submit the fully completed outstanding items at the next meeting.
I agree, John. There's too many things outstanding. And I don't see us in a position to sign a resolution without having seen some of these important issues addressed.
Okay. Rachel, what are your thoughts?
I agree.
Okay.
They're not even here.
Yeah. So we're going to hold this open. We're not going to sign this resolution. Val, if you could just make a note to have, I believe Ariana,
Ariana.
that was Freudian, wasn't it? Have Ariana make a note to have Ariana reach out to me, and Rick, if you can just put together a list of the items that are still outstanding and get that to both Ariana and I, then we can reach out to the applicant and say, these are the things that we need to have before we can sign the resolution, or if we can present the resolution for approval at our next meeting, which will be the 15th.
All right, I can do that.
Perfect. That way we
Thank
can
you.
reach out to them and make sure that that is all completed, so that we can have it done properly and in fairness to everybody. So noting that, then let me just make a note here. Okay. So with that in mind, we are done with this application for the evening. And we are going to move on now to the site plan PB 2115, 27 Millbrook Road. Applicant Alex Pay. I saw that Floyd is there. Glad that you got my message and were able to click on. So let's just briefly go over what's happening with that piece of information. An application for site plan approval to construct a new family residence on a 1.9 acre vacant parcel. Seeker, we did classify this as a type 2 action, I think, last time.
Yes, on January 18th. In my memo, I made a mistake in that.
That's okay. The county, the municipal referral, Ulster County Planning Board reported no county impact. Public hearing was on 4th January. So from Dennis Larios, we got a note there that said, I reviewed the plan associated with 27 Millbrook Road. Those are New Paltz. The use of a rain garden to address stormwater quality concerns is appropriate for a single-family residential lot. I would suggest the applicant to consider the following change: capture and direct stormwater from the garage entry and driveway area in lieu of the house roof. Treatment of the runoff water from this area will have a greater water quality impact than from the roof area. A sketch showing a possible relocation of the rain garden to the northwest corner of the lot is attached for consideration. Floyd agreed on the 27th. So, Floyd, did you submit another set of plans that had Dennis's recommendation on it? I saw several pieces in there.
Yeah, I apologize. My camera's not working. But I resubmitted either yesterday or the day before. Dennis replied back that he was acceptable to the resubmission with the location where he suggested. And I think it was a really good idea because there is a lot of driveway right there because the turnaround for the shared driveway itself is there too. So it's a good way to pick up the stormwater coming off the driveways there. But yeah, we did submit that, and we submitted a hard copy to the building department today too.
Good. I saw the calculations there, and then I did see a picture of the design that was sent. Did everyone get a chance to look at that? It was on a PowerPoint, and it shows the proposed rain garden, 300 square foot area. Showed the ponding depth, the details about the mulch, soil media depth, drainage depth. Went through and noted the different plants that were going to be in there, quite a few of them. 11 different plants. Installation and maintenance. Rain gardens shall be installed and maintained in accordance with the New York State Stormwater Management Design Manual. And so that, I believe that is in perpetuity. Is that correct?
Yes, and it's the same drawing that's on the site plan as well, the PowerPoint version.
Anyone else have some comments on that to see if this meets the standard that we were looking for?
I guess the only thing, I looked at it, John, and I thought it was very well done. I was really interested in the rain garden. I think Floyd spent a lot of time on it, as well as the people working with him. And it's a very interesting concept, and I liked it a lot.
So I just got the site plan. You say that's identical with the PowerPoint. I agree that it's definitely much more useful to have the rain garden filtering water from the driveway. And I'm wondering how far along you are in the construction at this point, and if it would be possible to mark off where it's going to go on the property itself somehow, like I don't know how you would do that. Maybe usually there's they use plastic ribbons tied to trees or some other way so that or what when you're in the construction, would it be able to be seen early on, some sort of indication of where it is on the property itself?
Rachel, if you're referring to the rain garden,
Yeah.
we can certainly mark it out. The driveway's already in, so it's very easy to identify the area where it would go.
Okay. So you say the driveway's in, what else is there so far? I haven't been back there for a while.
Just the driveway for this property. We obviously we can't start construction or anything till we have approvals for the house. But it's the same driveway that serves the other houses that have approvals, since it's a shared driveway.
Okay.
Okay.
Floyd, can I ask a question here?
Sure, Rick.
I see your plan that was submitted recently, the 28th, I think it was submitted. And it shows the relocation of the rain garden into that corner of the property on the other side of the driveway, as I
Yeah.
understand it, looking at it now. But what just so that we're all clear, although it was submitted, I think, on the 28th, the last revision date that you have is January 12th. Because we have to identify in this resolution, what's the right version for the chairman to sign. And right now, the version with the information that was post January 12th is on a revision dated January 12th. Is that correct?
If that's what the drawing shows, yeah.
Well, right now, what will happen is if it's dated September 23, 21, with the last revision with respect to the relocation of the rain garden is dated January 12th, even though that was prior to Dennis Larios weighing in. But it looks
Yeah,
like it was relocated in accordance with his suggestion.
Right.
But I just want to be clear so that when the chairman looks at what plans to sign, it's going to be dated 1/12/2022 as the last revision date.
Yeah, that is the only revision that I did submit. He must have left an older date that he submitted to me, but I never submitted a previous version to the planning board. So if need be, I can have him revise it to the 28th so it matches the day I submitted it, or if you're
Well,
acceptable.
if you're going to do that, then we need to change the resolution. Right now, I think it's fine the way it is because I think that it includes the revisions requested by Dennis Larios. But I just wanted to make clear because there's going to be some confusion if somebody says, well, wait a second, is this the right plan to sign?
Yeah, there was
The
no
right
other
plan to
plan.
sign is the date of the initial drawing is September 23rd, 2021, with a last revision date concerning the rain garden dated January 12th, 22.
Yeah, then I'm okay with that if that's acceptable to the planning board.
Okay, so the date of the plan was what again, Rick? I'm sorry, I just want to put this in my notes.
Yeah, I don't know if people can screen share, but the plan was dated prominently September 23rd, 2021. A lot of times engineers will have a whole slew of revision dates, right? And you just pick the last revised one. This isn't in that box, the same box. It's above the box. And it talks about the rain garden and it just puts a date on it as 1/12/22. So you just have to make sure that that's the one you're going to be signing.
Okay, I've made a note here, so that'll be at the office, so that way Corey can know which one is there, so we can sign the proper one.
And that's the one that's referenced specifically in your resolution of approval with respect to the date of September 23 and the last revision date of 1/12/22. If you look on the first page of the resolution. I just wanted a confirmation from Floyd that in fact, that is the proper one, so that there isn't confusion later on.
And yes, that is the proper one. And that's the one we submitted a hard copy to the building department as well.
Okay. Let me move to so with that in mind, then we are presented with a resolution. And we're going to go through the resolution, and then we're going to ask for approval of the resolution.
Could I ask one question first?
Sure.
Because now I'm looking I'm at the map that we were given is of the old plan. Because it shows the rain garden as being for roof drainage, and you're saying would be moved. And from what I understand, wouldn't the rain garden need to be between the driveway and the wetland and stream? But when I look at the map here, it looks like it's not. I mean, I guess
Rachel, are you looking at the one that has that revision date above the block for when it was originally prepared on September 23rd? There should be some language concerning the rain garden being moved, and then a date of January 12th, 2022. Is that the version you have before you?
I don't actually see the date on this one. Where is the date?
It's in,
I'm looking at the site plan that
right, if you see where it says in the block on the bottom right, it says Lee A. Frizzell, architect, and above that it says the scale drawn by and date of
Yes, it's
September
9
23rd, 2021. Above
That's
that,
yes, that is what it says. Yeah. 9/23/20.
revised location of rain garden.
Huh?
Do you see that above that block that I just read? There is
No.
additional note on the newest one that says
No.
revised location of rain garden as per municipal engineer review.
Right. No, I don't. I have the old copy.
All right, but that's
So
this
my
one, so that everybody is clear, this one is, if you go onto the planning board website and look up this particular application, 2021 for PB 21-15, if you click on that, you will see that there is this revised site plan.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking at the one the link that came with the agenda.
Yeah, I don't
so-
know what came with the agenda, but this one is
Yeah.
actually in the electronic file because I just brought it up just now.
Okay. So, the rain garden then is, when you look at it, I mean, I'm looking for it now, but my main question is still, well, I can't.
So
see at the
Rachel,
moment.
we moved it where you see the turnaround, just between the house and the wetland area. There's the shared driveway and the turnaround. Dennis suggested we put it just south and west of the turnaround, still on the property, so that it picks up the stormwater that's actually coming off the driveway, because he felt that was more important to pick that up. So that the new map shows the rain garden in that location.
You've answered my question. I just wanted to make sure that it was between the driveway and the wetland
Yes.
and not on the other side of the driveway where it was before.
Right,
I
yeah, it
just-
got relocated.
New map
You're right, Rachel. That's
I
where it is
wanted-
now.
thing
Yeah.
I wanted to be reassured of.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's outlined in red there, so that
I'll look.
Well,
I'll
it's not in red on the plan, though. It's
And-
not the one I pulled down from the electronic files. It was in red when we were taking screenshots and other things of it, but the final version that was submitted is all in black and white.
okay.
So, and then just to clarify, you said that you would indicate it somehow, indicate its location on the property itself somehow. Can you tell me how?
There is on the other, in the very, it's really, as you're looking at the site plan, the top right-hand corner, on the other side of the driveway area and turnaround is a little nook in the very upper right-hand corner. That's where Dennis Larios asked them to move the rain gardens, and that's where it is. It's between the driveway turnaround and the boundary that's on the east side of the property
Okay.
before the
Alright.
wetland. I mean, we can take the time and just, everybody can pull it down from the
I'm working on
current,
it. Sorry.
That's okay. I've got my copy here.
I'm on board now. I'm on the website now.
okay.
And
If you look at current applications and put 2021, and then look at PB 2115, which is this one. And then I think it's the top one listed in that file.
okay.
I think it might be dated January 28th, but I can't recall on the website.
Yes, you're right, Rick.
Yeah. It's 1/28/2022. It's 892 kilobytes. So it's the largest of those files that were submitted there. So
What's
Have
the
you brought that
number?
up, John?
It's
let's bring
PB
to a
20.
screen here.
PB 21-15.
Okay.
If you click on that file,
Yep.
oh, there you go, John.
Got it. I got it.
And right there is where the rain garden.
There you go.
Okay, now I got it. I just got it in both places. Now this is the. Okay, all right. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, yes, that would be very easy for me to find. Absolutely. No, okay, thank you very much. I got it now.
You are welcome. All right. So let's see, get this off of there. Okay. So with that in mind, then we do have a resolution. And it goes through pretty much the standard information about the plans and submittals, where the project is located. Talks about Ulster County Planning Board, how we classified it, public hearings, and then it gets down to need for parkland, how we decided that it's planning board waives the requirement of land reservation for the new residential unit on condition that prior to the signing of the plan, the applicant deposit a cash payment in lieu of land reservation with the village clerk, and the amount set by resolution of the board
So
of
that's
trustees.
going to fall on your shoulders, John. So you have to make sure that the recreation fee is paid before you can sign the plans.
Okay, got that information there. So it's resolved by the Village of New Paltz Planning Board, the proposed site to construct single family with the last revision of date is hereby approved, subject to the following conditions. Driveway shall consist of gravel only and shall not be paved. Construction of stormwater facilities in compliance with any measures recommended by the professional engineer to mitigate stormwater impacts to the satisfaction of the building inspector or village engineer. Compliance with Ulster County Department of Health approval of the well and septic locations. Receipt of all other approvals that are needed by operation of federal, state, or local laws. The village's right to enter upon the property for purposes of inspecting and payment of all fees prior to the signing of the plans, including but not limited to the aforementioned cash payment in lieu of the reservation. So would like to get a motion to approve this resolution.
So motion.
A second on that, please.
Second,
Second.
So we're going to go through I am an aye. Dennis, aye or nay?
Aye.
Zach is absent. Rachel, aye or nay?
Aye.
And Tom Peterson, aye or nay?
Aye.
So the resolution has passed and is approved. So there we are. Thank you, Floyd, for
Yeah,
working
thank
with
you,
us on that.
everyone. Yeah, thanks.
And I'll get with Corey after, well, I'll get with Corey tomorrow. Just let him know what occurred if he's not watching. And we'll move forward on that. Okay?
Sure. Sure. Last time Alana was very diligent about calculating the rec fee amount based on square footage or however it's done. So once I know that, I can submit that payment for you to be able to sign the documents.
Okay. I'll definitely reach out to him tomorrow to try to get that resolved as quickly as we can.
Okay. All right. Thanks, John. Appreciate it. Thanks,
Yeah,
everyone.
thank you, guys.
Take
All
care.
right, so the next is the final public comments. Are there any other public comments that people have that want to speak to? Do you see anyone, Val?
Nothing in the chat, no.
Okay. Okay. So the public comment section then is closed, which leads us to the final portion. I will be seeking a motion to adjourn.
No motion.
The second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So the motion is approved. Thank you all very much for attending tonight for the Village of New Paltz Planning Board meeting, and we will see you at the next meeting.
Thanks, John. Thanks,
Good night,
Rick.
all.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you.